Game 1 between T2 and Nouns Esports, here a rematch. But Nouns this time having a completely different team comp. This was the first quarterfinal of today, and now they're playing for a top 3 spot. They're playing for a top 3 spot. Who's gonna face Renaissance in the loser bracket final? And Bruff again. Only Mr. Mime, going back to just very old school roots that he used to play. He is known for his Mr. Mime. He played it so much.
Let me tell you here, I mean,
he played it so much, and he's finally back to it. And I need to turn on broadcast a bit because it's a bit too loud, I'm very sorry. There we go. Got some background sound at least going on, and might just be going down for the first blood right here. Goes down to Gatlu, but on the same side we also have Redmore on bot side going down, who is now also playing Serena, who's moved away from the Lucario, because it didn't seem to work out well for them, and Ardesu back on the Sylveon. Getting first blood quite easily. Ardesu is just gonna keep running towards Mame and just gonna try to keep pressuring him this entire game as much as he can. We're gonna see him being very aggressive right here. Gonna try to stop this level 5 from happening, but no, they can't. Well, still one entire level to go, and the Snorlax might be going down. Yes, and Gatlu's going very aggressive, and Mame might just be going down a second time. Can Ardesu find the KO? No, he can't. The berries are there. It's gonna save him, and he's gonna go back to the jungle now. But Ardesu, this is what I'm talking about. He's gonna chase him across the entire map all time. But Bruff goes down, gets taken up by Haruto on bot side after Dragonair gank. And Ardesu, is he gonna be able to get this one away? Let's see. Pops the X speed, and he doesn't get it. He does not get it away. Supercell just trying to peel as much as he can for it. And the red buff is on Ardesu. Has to be careful right here. Has the focus band though? Rune as well. Probably has the focus band, and Ardesu wins it. Just barely on 1 HP. What a close fight. Meanwhile, we have Takashima invading Nouns jungle with the Blissey. Just trying to be annoying. And Bruff and Ardesu is going to start doing it now. And Takashima has to be careful though. Not just randomly die here, even though it's not going to matter too much if he dies or not. And this game is already starting very fast, and there's Redmore on the flank, and Blissey gets taken down. Pushed into the wall, takes a ton of more damage. And Gatlu's already 8.5. Wait. Gatlu is 8.5. And still 30 seconds until Dread spawns. He is so far ahead right now of everyone else in the game. He is so far ahead. Can they kill Mame as well again? Yeah, Mame I think is gonna die here. Has the dropkick. Oh, gets stuck in the wall. Doesn't make it over it. And it should be the end. He's gonna go for the beast now. He's gonna hit level 9. Afterwards, they're gonna port towards bot side with the Hooper. Here we go. They're gonna ignore Snorlax, not worth their time. Gonna port towards bot side. And they're gonna start for this Dreadnought. Gatlu again having the fluffy tail. Try to get the last hit with it if he can. But yeah, he's so strong. Ardesu also having Unite Move already. So 2 Unite Moves on the side of Nouns. I think T2 has to have a miracle right here to steal it away. And yes, no. Nouns Esports pick this Dread without any issues whatsoever. And they're all gonna port back towards top side. And Supercell is kind of caught in position now. Nice wall. Can they also confuse stun him? No. Wasn't quite perfectly timed. The heavy slam comes through. Ardesu still in the chase. And Supercell is gone for now. But again, a level 7 Snorlax. Not worth their time anyways. Mame is gonna get stuck between a barrier and Mr. Mime. Can Bruff find another last stun? No, but where's Takashima come from? He's just in the enemy jungle again, on the Blissey. I was like, is this, no, who's this Blissey? Or it's just Takashima. In the enemy jungle, just running around. And now he's gonna get everyone to Mame. This looks kinda questionable. They can't use this whatsoever. Very interesting Unite Move. Redmore almost level 9 now. If he's level 9, he's gonna go for the Serena. There we go. Is he gonna Unite Move him? Does he even have to? Yeah, he's gonna Unite Move him. Why not? Just make sure you get the KO. There we go. And now Takashima is the next one to fall. And now in Esports, in complete control of this match so far. Double KO for Mr. Mime. Double KO for Bruff HD. And they're gonna go for this Rotom. And they're gonna start breaking this goal first, because it's at 2 HP, but I don't think they can. I'm just gonna take the Rotom just to make sure this goal breaks, so they have it for later down. I guess so. T2 probably should just let it walk in. They can't break this goal, it doesn't matter what, so Rotom's gonna slowly move in. They're gonna just go for a push, and T2 shouldn't be defending this. Yeah, Rotom's gonna kill the goal. And now Nouns can go back towards bot side. Yeah, the Blissey Unite was not... Blissey will not have Unite for this now, probably. So that was a huge mistake by Takashima. Huge mistake. They still have a Hyper Beam, of course, but they will not have a Blissey Unite, most likely for this team fight. We're still missing the Unite move on Redmore as well, though, and the Unite move on Gatlu, and we have Mame just going aggressively on ADC on top lane. He's done with his stuff, but I don't think there's any way he can kill the Sylveon. Sylveon also has Unite move for himself. He's gonna try run away in the flux zone, and yeah, he's fine for now. Has to be careful though, not to get dove on. Again, under the flux zone, Serena just doesn't care about it. Dreadnought's dropping under half HP, the white guard is there, it's gonna lock up a lot, same for the Snorlax Unite, and actually, T2 having a great teamfight right here. Gatlu finds the Unite, but left side, Haruta's gonna be able to pick up this Dreadnought quite easily. This teamfight is not even close yet, Mr. Mime is there. Can Bruff do anything about this? No. 1 KO for the side of T2 and a second Dread as well, and Mame diving back in! And Adesu underestimating how much Serena can just fly across the screen, gets taken down. Hyperspace pointed towards top side onto Mame, but he just double drop kicks out. He's gonna take a jump pad. Gatlu knows about it though, he's gonna go over, but there's not there's any way he can kill him. He's gonna get another drop kick. He actually goes back in. Was that a mistake? Or can he just do this? Yeah, that was a mistake. I think auto aim? Auto aim got him back into the corpfish. I'm not sure. But he gets punished for it, a bit too greedy this time around. And Gatlu is gonna pick up another nice KO for himself on this Trevenant. Okay, the huge cape on bot side. Huge cape on bot side. Another Rotom is spawning as well. Now with a 60-point lead, not too much. Nothing too crazy, but still nice to have. And Gatlu's dropping very low, has to be careful, just gets stomped on. But the Unite move of Serena makes Hyper Beam be up above Rotom, so it doesn't hit it, but they just do get it anyways, doesn't matter what. And now Mame is gonna run down Redmore. Somehow Mame always finds so much experience. He's actually the highest in the game right now, level 12.5. So he always just finds experience, doesn't matter where he goes. Rotom's on the way to push in. Can Nouns Esports stop it from happening? Bruff is gonna finds a nice stun, but the Hyper Beam is so much damage and he gets no Hooper gets taken down. Bruff is actually alive, but has to run big from base. And now it's just trying way too hard to defend this Rotom. Nice berry up psychic stun onto Mame. Can Gatlu find the KO, but Mame is still alive. He's still alive, another drop kick, another shield. Gatlu is gonna go down. He double KO for Mame. Oh my, they're just trying so hard to defend it. If this Rotom goes in, that's 50 points for Mame as well. He's gonna be almost 14 from this alone. And suddenly it's looking absolutely terrible. Mame diving in again onto the Sylveon. I think he's gonna maybe get another KO. No, he's gonna abandon this time around. Oh my. He just wants to be the best Serena of this tournament. He is just going ham, game after game. He just has no break. He just knows how to walk towards the enemy base. 15 seconds for Zapdos to spawn. And now we have a huge experience lead on the side of T2. We have a level 14 Serena, a level 14 Dragon Knight, highest on Nouns, level 12 across the board. Actually got to level 30 now on the Trevenant. And Adesu's gonna look for the score. He's gonna get it off, most likely. Yes, he's gonna get 82 points. Haruta's not be able to stop him. And that puts him into exactly a tie right now. Exactly the same points. But there's an engage already happening. Gatlu has to Unite move, but we already have 1 KO for the side of Mame. And Mame has to do something now, has to pull a miracle. He has a nice Unite move stun, but nothing is down yet. 2 are down on the side of Nouns Esports. Redmar didn't even use Unite move, neither did Blizzard, neither did Hooper, they just died kinda without it. Adesu blocking the Hyper Beam with his Calm Mind. Can he win this against Ruin? He can't. Does he stay Unite? He's gonna Unite with Felice. He's gonna start healing up now. A lot of HP. After 7 Unite moves, he gets HP. Who's gonna get this? The Hyper Beam comes through, and the Hyper Beam is perfect. The Hyper Beam is actually perfect, and T2 is gonna take Zapdos after a teamfight win. The Serena difference just seems to be a bit too much in this match as well for that last teamfight. Adesu tried, Gattu's gonna score 100 points, but T2's gonna score 400 in total, makes them to 601 points to 291. 1 minute left to score more than 300 points. He just doesn't care. He's just gonna. I'm just gonna score 14 more points. I am Serena. I'm totally fine. Gattu's gonna score 22. 302 point difference. Now doesn't even have enough points for that, I think, on them currently. It's quite close. They could look for one more push, but they kind of have to push the main base. The problem is if you push the tier 2 goal right here, if they push the top goal, they don't have enough time to run towards the enemy base, so they kind of just have to push the main base in. But they can't. Bruff goes down. Mame is just on the enemy side, they're just fighting everything. On cooldown, he just does not care. He just doesn't care. Takes on Adesu. Kills them a 1v3. And they can't even back towards the enemy base. They're just blocked off by the Serena on level 15. It is just crazy how much he is doing. And T2 takes game number 1. With an absolutely insane Serena performance yet again.
was going to say we had a little bit of concern at that level here at the 5-minute mark. But in the next 3 minutes, holy smokes, did they catch up in a big way. And for them, they were just getting fed. Nouns Esports kept going to that tier 1 zone up top and was just bolstering their numbers, hemorrhaging experience into the face of T2. And a fed Mame's a good Mame, and they straight up took over. The takeover.
Game number 3 and Nouns, no, game number 2, sorry, game number 2. And Nouns is responding with a different team comp. Back to the Dragon Knight, Gatlu on Machamp, and Goose on the Slowbro. Bruff on not Mr. Mime, on Blissey now. So they're gonna try to just hopefully have some answers to Mame Serena now by picking a Slowbro, maybe going for Skite. And Haruta's already down for first blood. Not respecting this 1-1-3. Scored obviously very good into Serena, reducing the attack of Serena, and also we have the Slowbro Unite, potentially locking up Mame, but he's already getting so much experience for himself. Adessos here now, but Mame also sitting this Apron away quite easily. He's already 5.5 almost. Pretty much gave him a free lane, and Redmore's gonna be quite sad when he's gonna be one entire level down on this Serena matchup. And here he is, more than half a level behind. Adus is going so aggressive, he's just trying to be annoying. He's makes sure that he can't walk up towards these bees and get any, so Redmore's actually going to pick these up. Nicely done by Adesu. So much pressure from this early Dragonair, with the attack bonus damage from Dragon Dance and the red buff slow. Serena can't do much about it until level 6. Ruta diving in again. He's now having the Skite unlocked, and Gatlu looking for level 5. Can he get this last with the Karate Chop? Yeah, he can't. Doesn't have the dynamic punch yet. Needs to wait a bit longer. But Haruta's very low. Has to be careful right here not to die. The Skite comes in and he dies, as I said. Has to be careful not to go down here. And the Slowbro just sneaks in and gets an easy KO onto the sword. No big deal. And now Gatu's gonna hit level 5. But there he is. Mame is already unlocked again. And we know what's gonna happen. This goal is his new home. He's gonna put a tent onto it and he's gonna live here. Onto the side of Nouns Esports. And he's gonna fully stack up his attack right now. Bruh fighting in the mid lane. Gets taken now by Haruta. Random mistake by Bruff. Just caught in no man's land. Goes down. And Redmore has to somehow get level 6 now. Haruta maybe look for an invade. Gets away with the Sacred Sword. And they're already breaking top goal and Mame. Oh, it's gonna be the Mame show. Sorry, the second goal is his base now. He's gonna go for these Aldinos. And he doesn't actually get it. The Skite was too much damage, so this one he doesn't get, has to run away now. T2 now having a Dragon Knight unlocked. And Supercell is actually the one invading now. But the Hyper Beam is there, should be easy pickup. Yes, Hyper Beam is there. But Adesu still has to make his way to bot lane as well still. They're just gonna sacrifice this red buff, they don't care about it. They have to make it towards this Dread now. T2 is already starting it. T2 is already on it. Adesu here now with the Hyper Beam, and he gets it perfectly. What a perfect Hyper Beam. Gets it perfectly killed from a good amount of HP. And first Dread goes over to the side of Adesu and Nouns Esports. But Mami, he just never goes to Dread now. He's just top lane. He's gonna get all that experience. He doesn't care. He's playing like I play solo queue. He just wants all the experience, take everything away from his teammates. Well, I don't play solo queue, I still go to Dread now. But he doesn't. He does not go to Dread now ever. He just gets experience. Goes over top lane. He's gonna steal this Corpfish away as well. And just being so annoying. Drop kick out again. It's so hard to deal with. I mean, as soon as he gets a lead over the enemy Serena, just can't deal with him anymore. You just can't. And T2 with a huge point lead now. 151 to 13 in points already in this early game, in these first 4 minutes of the match. Rune already level 10 as well, but so is Adesu, so both Dragon Knights on the same level. We still need level 9 on Gatlu. And Redmore has to be careful. Mame is smelling him. He wants to kill the other Serena. But both are not going into a fight. And both teams are just very careful right now. Just waiting for the next Dreadnought to spawn. This is Nouns tournament life on the line. If they lose this match, they're out of the World Championship. They're the last European team left. The only other Western team left as well is Black Kent in the Grand Finals. So, who's gonna make it to the top 3? Who's gonna get a match against Renaissance in the loser bracket final? And Mame is just in the enemy jungle. He's so aggressive, looking for any experience. Level 11 already, highest level in the entire game. And he's looking for a flank. He's gonna score another 12 points. But Dreadnought's already being started to take now. I would like to see the team fight. Oh, there's the slow Unite going into Mame, and he's locking him down. Now it's already getting this Dreadnought, but now what can Mame do after this Gatlu in the backline is gonna get a KO. He's gonna kill Redmore with his own Unite move. 2 down on the side of Nouns Esports. Adesu getting blocked away. He's gonna maybe fly out. Can he make it out? Mame is with another dropkick. No, triple KO. 42 Serena yet again. Are they gonna keep diving? Yeah, they're gonna keep diving. Goes in with that dropkick. Goes in with that stomp. Dropkicks back out. And he's gonna score 42 points. He just gets so much experience every single game. It's absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy how much experience he gets every single game. Almost level 13 already again. It is. I don't know where he gets it from. Where does he get all this experience from? They haven't even won a single dread this game. Right? They have lost both dreads. And he is level 13. No one's picking up this dread though. But Mame is spending blood again. Going in with another drop kick. But maybe it's too much right now. This would be a huge kill for the side of Nouns Esports. Can they finally kill Mame? He's an absolute great boss. Goes in with another drop kick. Gatlu popping his Unite for this. And I think this will be the end. Mame finally goes down. And Gatlu misses his Unite. Eject buttons after, but it's just not very well timed. And now he's stuck in a bad position and Gatlu's gonna go down. Gatlu is gonna go down. But the Rotom on the backside, Adesu is gonna score 50 points on it and close the gap a tiny bit. He's gonna try and recoil. And I think he made it out in time. He does make it out in time. He's gonna score 40 on bot. Finally he got a bit punished. But Gatlu is sadly punching air. Punching air. Adesu level 30 now. Pretty high level. And Redmore had some time to maybe catch up now as well on his arena. Dread spawning in 8 seconds, and both teams are going for it. Nouns has to be careful, there's still a goal behind T2, so they can't really chase. Redmore almost level 13. And they're looking for this, but Supercell, this Nordics is going to be very good in these fights with the block. Can they do it? And it goes to the right side, yes, Ruden's able to pick it up, Gatlu is just dead already. Tried to do something, but had no chance at all. 30 seconds for Zapdos to spawn. 30 seconds for Zapdos to spawn. This is the hope of Europe. The last chance for Europe to keep being in this tournament. It's about to be over. They got a Zapdos fight in 10 seconds. Redmore hitting level 13 as well, but named 14 again. He's always 14 or 15 every single game. Links over to 14. And T2's in complete position of the entire mid area right now. Now it's someone has to find a way in. And Mame is already here, in position, drop kicking the entrance. The hope is on a very good Slowbro Unite that they can just kill Mame with. And he's going very, very deep right now. Can they find the Slowbro Unite? Serena Unite hitting him first, but Slowbro Unite goes on to someone else, and Mame is dropping super low. What about the Machamp Unite? Has he used it yet? He's waiting for Serena Unite to end. I'm not sure what's happening. Mame is still half HP. Does he have a dropkick? Is he on the funny down? The softboard eggs are keeping him alive. Redmore's diving onto him. Mame going into the backline, going into Bruff. Bruff trying to stay alive. Mame is still on 1 HP and he gets hyper beamed. The hyper carry is dead. The president is down. They couldn't protect him any longer. But on the backside, we still close team fight. Nouns is still 3 dead right now. 3 are dead, still on the side of Nouns. Adesu fighting with Redmore. Redmore's still alive. Can he find another drop kick? The storm comes through and Dragonite is down. But Haruda's back. He still has Unite move as well. Dragonite is flying onto Zapdos and Nouns is pulling the trigger. They want to do this before Serena's back alive. Serena now jumping towards the mid side with the jump pad. But they're just going for it. I think the best chance they have. I completely agree with this flip. Can they go for the Hyper Beam? Is the Hyper Beam there? And Adesu gets it! I think. I don't know. Nouns Esports gets it. Yeah, what a perfectly timed Hyper Beam. Adesu gets it. But they still have to score. 100 points go through. And they have to score more points though. No, what are you showing? Okay, Bruff. Can Bruff make it? Can Bruff make it? What is this is so weird. Bruff is gonna score 100 points, yes. They're 1 point ahead! They're 1 point ahead! We are 1 point ahead right now. Blissey can still score some small points for the side of T2. Oh, but okay. Adesu flies in, scores another 36 points. This is going to be such a close finish. 20 seconds left. Blissey's going to try to score some points on bot side. Can they stop it? This is not enough, right? 18 is not enough. But they're flying onto top lane. Dragon Knight! He's going to score! No, he doesn't! This guy disrupts him in the last second. Blissey scores 18 points. That should not matter. The last second stop on the Dragon Knight by Goose, the Skald, and Nouns Esports. What a game. What an absolute game. We are going to game number 3 most likely. That should be enough for Nouns Esports to take game number 2. Yes, it is enough. It is enough. They didn't even show themselves. They had no idea if they won or not, but they see it now. What an absolute close game. Adesu making over to the other side in time, getting the last hit on Dreadnought and Zapdos, I mean. Wow, what a game. Absolutely insane. Whew. Alright, that was a crazy last team fight.
Here we are, 1-1, Japan, EU.
I cannot believe it.
Head home in this tournament now. Championship.
Game number 3 between Japan and Europe. Who's gonna make it to the top 3? It has been such a close matchup so far. Last game, Nouns was finally able to control Mame in the last team fight of the match and get him killed into a Zapdos flip. And we also this time have Gatlu, not on much champ anymore. He's playing Aegislash, I think, for the first time in this tournament. So, changing up a bit. Also not running Muscle Band. He actually misses the first Shadow Sneak as well here. Doesn't get the last hit, it goes over to Haruta. Can Gatlu get the KO, gets the Shadow Sneak in. Has to be careful though, we have Ruin with a very early gank right here. And I think Gatlu's gonna die out of this. Can he find a KO? The Shadow Sneak goes out. And he makes it barely back to safety. Makes it back to safety. We have 5 points on top. Hey Vizo, thank you for the Prime sub, or the T1 sub, thank you very much. Mame is gonna go down on top side. He is this time, he's not level 6 Serena yet. They should give this kill over to Redmore, yes they do, perfect. The person who gets the KO always gets more experience, so very important that we get our Serena further ahead as well, to be able to contest with this absolute monster that is Mame Serena. He's gonna try to go for these big beasts as well, now already level 5, but Snorlax sneaks in with the tackle and is able to get the big combi quite easily. Ruff just kind of has to let them score right here, make sure he doesn't die, not much he can do about it. Ruin just walks up, scores 25 points himself. On top lane though, Supercell now going down. They're gonna start scoring, can they maybe kill Mame as well? That would be huge. If they can kill him on this goal, it means he will miss out on a lot of experience. Redmond makes it to the barrier in time, and yes, he goes down. He goes down under his own goal, and now this time we have Redmond Serena much earlier. This is what they needed. This is what Nouns needs. They need to control T2 Serena as much as they can. And Takishima invading again into the enemy jungle. He's gonna use the X speed and run away. Bruff here as well. Haruta's doing kinda low. We already have the Sacred Sword for Gatlu, but he does miss it and Haruta gets barely out. Bruff running in with the X speed. This seems way too aggressive. He wants to steal it away and goes down for it. I don't agree with this play. I think that Audino is not worth dying for. But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. Doesn't really matter, and now we have both Serenas starting to be activated. Supercell very deep, but he has X speed and gets away. Mame now with the double drop kick in. Drop kicks out again. 30 seconds for that to spawn. Adesu level 7. We also have Rune on level 7 and Takishima. Both Blissey's just kind of running it down. Adesu's gonna get this Audino, almost level 9 now, 8. Pretty much just needs 1B, but Rune already 8.5. Comes in with the Hyper Beam and he deletes Gatlu from existence. Rune already level 9 somehow. Found so much experience across the entire game already. He's gonna have his Unite move up, which doesn't really matter too much, but still, of course, makes a big difference. Also means his Hyper Beam does more damage, because he's level 9. And Nouns is going for this. Redmore is jumping over. Again, we have Mama on top, so this could be a good fight. Adesu with a perfect time Hyper Beam again. He's on top now, on top of his Hyper Beams. They also get 1k on Haruta. Supercell's gonna die. Finds a huge heavy slam before he dies. Oh, what a save. Redmore knocks him up, so the Hyper Beam goes across them. What a save. He just saved 2 of his teammates. When Hyper Beam gets knocked up, when Dragon Knight gets knocked up doing his Hyper Beam, it goes on top of people, so it can't hit any longer. Literally goes above their heads. What a beautiful Serena Unite, saving 2 of his teammates from the Hyper Beam. And they can't get hit by it anymore. Mame now on the invade. Only level 8, not level 9 yet. I think this time we have Redmond level 10 already. This is what we want to see for Nouns Esports. He's gonna run for his life. Gatlu, next Sacred Sword. Bruff is here as well. He's still just trying to get out. Bruff unite. Okay, Bruff. They just want to disrespect him, I guess, at this point. Just make sure he dies. Show him a sign. But yeah, that was a not really necessary Blissey unite, I have to say. Let's make sure he dies. And this is also quite bad right now. The Rotom's gonna kill the goal again. The Rotom's gonna kill the goal. They're not gonna get a big overcap. But I guess they're happy just opening up the map a bit more. But this also means that they're gonna get some more experience on top left for free from these Audinos. Nouns just spawned a lot of things for them, and Mame is gonna get this kill onto Gatlu unless the white guard comes back up in time. There's the white guard, he's gonna start healing. His team is there in time, and he gets out with a Sacred Sword. He runs for his life. Mame under a lot of pressure, stuck in the dropkick of Redmore. He goes onto Adesu. But he should be totally fine. Wait, no, he dropkicks back in. He goes for the stomp. The Blissey Knight flies onto him and knocks up Redmore. Mame is still going for it. What is this fight? And he goes finally down. Redmore is able to take him down. Haruta now trying to revenge his fallen teammate. Goes into the white guard. Is trying his best right here. Redmore Unite goes out. He's gonna get chased down. What a team fight. I don't know what's happening. Both teams are just fighting like crazy now. Oh my. Dreadnought spawning? Gatlu's diving in with the Sacred Sword. Does he have the white guard available? Dreadnought's dropping slowly under half HP. Gatlu's getting Sacred Swording across the block. Hyper Beam is way too early, but the right side gets it. Gatlu with a very good time to unite, and they get kill 3 on T2. It's only Mame on top side. 4 go down on the side of T2. And now in Esports with a huge amount of experience now. Gatlu with a nice Egg/Slash Unite is able to get the Dreadnought last hit. Now they're gonna go back to top lane. Mame is only level 10. Okay, 11. Only level 11. Normally he's level 13 by this time. So they have him under control this time around. And Redmore, one entire level above. We see a Snorlax Unite coming off. Mame does have Unite and he's gonna look for it. He's going for Slowbro though. Can they kill Slowbro? Hestam VG is gonna start healing up below his blue HP bar. And the Hyper Beam comes through and they kill Mame again. But Haruta from the side comes in and wants to revenge his teammates once again. Can he find the Slowbro who keeps healing? Yes, 2 KOs also for the side of T2. For Haruta this time. Gatlu's also going to try triple KO for the T2 Egg/Slash. Gonna start scoring as well now, maybe if he can, but Adesu should be enough to stop him from scoring. Oh my. Haruta now showing up after Mame is not having this best game. And he's diving in back on Adesu. Has another boost auto tech up. Has to be careful the Hyper Beam. Wanting way too much. The Hyper Beam punishes him. Gatlu also Unite moving now. Is going to start chasing the Blissey and the Dragon Knight around, but Dragon Knight just flies out. Rune back to safety. Oh my. These teams are not giving each other a second of break. Just fighting over and over again. And Mame is still level 13 almost now, so he's still finding his experience. Oh, he died. He dropkicks back in without vision. Gets egg bombed. I think he should be fine. Yeah, he's totally fine. 1 minute until Zapdos spawns. This will be the last Zapdos for one of these teams in this entire tournament. This will be the last Zapdos for one of these teams. One is going to go home. And Haruta gets caught before this last Dreadnought spawns. Adesu's going for it now, but he's kind of low. He should be a bit careful. Bruff doesn't have any healing for him, right? So he has Safeguard, but he still gets it. Adesu just on point with the Hyper Beams in this. Loser bracket semi-final. Supercell is gonna go down. Take attack and Redmore chasing now, but Redmore used Unite move, right? Did I see that correctly? Redmore used Unite move. They have to be careful now. They have to kill them right now and go for Zapdos maybe afterwards, because they don't have Serena Unite for this last important team fight. But Mame is being chased down. If they can get this KO, they have Slowbro Unite onto him. Mame is gonna die right here. That's the most important person down on the side of T2. This could be their chance. Haruta's also Egg/Slash also dies to Gatlu on the other side. They're gonna go for the Zapdos right now. There's the Hyper Beam. It's way too early, but they get it. They get it. And now in Esports, he actually still gets it with that. Oh my god, it was actually perfectly timed with the Blissey Unite damage into a Hyper Beam. They do it perfectly. And Nouns Esports is moving into this losers final against Renaissance, the team they haven't played yet. Against the team from Singapore. Well, it's still 400 points. Maybe there's a chance. I shouldn't jinx it, right? We should wait. Let's wait. Not gonna jinx it again. But it's looking good right now for Nouns Esports. T2 has to score more than 400 points
members of Nouns Esports.
They have to score more than 400 points. Let's wait. Let's wait. Its job's not done. I don't want to jinx it again. It's gonna score a few points right here. Grisha's buying time. There's still 1 minute 10 left on the board. They're gonna score the first 100 points. But Dragon Knight flies on any base, going another 72 points. Are they just gonna let this go die? Most likely. Bluff jumps in. They're gonna keep just using the jump pads probably. But no, the goal gets broken. 250 points difference right now. Can T2 make it? They have to push the main base right now. They can't make it to top side. It's going to take way too long. They have to score a lot of points still. Gatlu's trying to buy time with the white guard. It's going to start healing up. And T2 is trying their best to make something happen. But Nouns is playing so carefully right now. But 80 Gwyn. 80 Gwyn for Snorlax. They're fighting on this base goal right here. But Gatlu finds Mame. Mame is down. And it should be the end of T2. The white guard comes in again. Gatlu is still alive. He's gonna slice and dice through all of them. Takishima's down. Super Saigo's down. That's an ace! And Nouns Esports now officially moves into top 3. We have a team from Europe, a team from Singapore, and a team from North America in the top 3. And Japan is out. Japan's last hope is out of this tournament. What a crazy series. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. They were able to control Mame in this last game. And that's all they needed to do, was control this one player on the side of T2. And they're gonna move on, they're gonna stay in this tournament for a chance to win it all. GG's. GG's. Holy shit, boys.
Unbelievable there. What an incredible. I mean,